Yeah, stop breathing too hard, guys. Okay, guys, this is the Mardox Daily Live Chat. My name is Nelson Buck, and we have other people here that I'm not going to bother mentioning. You guys, by now, if you watch the show, you already know who these people are, except for Lauren. I'll mention Lauren because apparently she broke my heart today. And do I have headphones? Hello? Oh no, do we have audio issues today? Hold up. Say something, guys.
Something, guys.
Okay, cool. It was just my connection. Okay, phew. I went, hello? Okay, I just want to see. I hate this. I meant to get here sooner, but it took that long to get my my coffee ready to get down here. Anyways, yeah, this is the Daily Live Chat. We do this every day, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Today we got topics. I think my old man wrote them down. I can't remember what they were. I don't have it on my laptop yet. What are the topics today, Dad?
There's no old men here.
I said my old man.
Gotcha there, huh?
We were thinking about the gyms, the plus and minuses, or animals in zoo. Yes or no?
There. Now we're up. Okay. Animals. No, I can't go in a zoo. No. Yeah.
Be kind to Nelson, and be kind to pets.
For this weekend, before we start, those of you that log into Mardox, the main page at mardox.com. Oh wow, look at that! You can see my my YouTube channel. Let's go to Mardox. The main page at Mardox is going to be being redone. There's we're doing some page changes to this main page when you first log in. So if for some reason it's completely blank or whatever, don't freak out. It's going to be okay on Monday. But we're going to be doing changes this weekend. So there you go. That's been said. Animals in the zoo. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about animals still being kept in zoos? John, you guys got zoos in Germany.
Yes, we have quite a few of them.
Yeah, a lot. What do you think about that?
It's no different than keeping Nelson in the house.
Yeah.
Well, the difference is I want to be in a house.
Oh, well, first of all, it's important if properly maintained, if the enclosures are big enough for the animals and so on and so forth. And it depends. They should not keep particular animals that maybe they just shouldn't have in that type of environment or in that region where the zoo is. But the important thing is the upkeep of the zoo. And if the animals are well taken care of, if the enclosures and everything are big enough and stuff like that, because sometimes the zoo is the only place where some folks, especially some youngsters, will actually be able to see live animals and stuff.
Yeah, but how do you feel about the animals being kept? I mean, these animals are born and they know by instinct. They know they're supposed to have territory a hell of a lot bigger than a cement enclosure like gorillas and
I
lions.
have to argue that. And most of these people see the freaking animals on their plate a lot sooner than they do at the zoo.
You eat tiger and lion and gorilla?
Only in Wisconsin.
I'm just messing with you, man.
Well, it's Nelson. I mean, I agree in that sense, sure. But in the other sense, it's like I said, that is the only opportunity for some folks to actually, see quote unquote wild animals live, and this is why they need to make their habitats as big as possible.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. But it's one of those iffy issues because they shouldn't be kept in cages and this and that and the other thing on the one hand. And on the other hand, it depends on the reason for them being there and so on and so forth.
Right.
So it's
Right.
It's an iffy kind of thing.
But, yeah. I noticed safaris here in Quebec. We had a safari one point where you drove in with your vehicle. At least the animals had a lot more space to run around. Is that safari still around, Dad, here in Quebec? I remember as a kid I went there.
I have no clue.
I was young. I would have been like 5 years old. But we went to a safari where the animals are free, but you're trapped in a cage. You're in the car, And I'm less against that than a zoo itself. But it's I don't know. When I brought it up yesterday, one person said, "I have a dog. He's in my house. He's more trapped as a canine than some animals are in some zoos." And I think to myself, when I let him out on the porch, he's got 110% the chance to run away if he wants. There's no rope on him. There's no chain. There's no fence. But yet he goes and does his business and he comes back to the door and he kind of barks when he wants back in. So he's used to living here. He's used to this. He knows this is freedom,
Right.
But is it fair to keep a dog in a house? Or like when people have dogs or animals, is it fair to keep them in houses and enclosed spaces where, look at Laura. Go ahead.
Yeah, but if the dog runs off, you try to chase him down. He understands that he can't go nowhere. That's kind of
I've never ran. I've never ran after Merlin ever since we got him. He's never left the property. I had to teach him the first week we had him where the borders are of the property, and that was it.
I think the other understanding on that is they know where their food is, and that's why they come back.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah.
That's a totally completely different thing because dogs and cats and stuff like that, they are generally raised as house pets for the purpose of being house pets.
Well, dogs, yes, but cats are still not domesticated. Cats are still very wild.
Cats are very independent and this and that and the other thing, but yet and still, they are basically raised to be house pets with the understanding that they have this desire to be out if they so wish and so on and so forth. So it depends on where people live in how much freedom their cat has and stuff. That's also a totally different story than a dog. But dogs are generally raised as pets for the most part, unless, it's different, like dogs and stuff that live on farms and other places and this and that and the other thing. They have a totally different lifestyle. And you have some people who have pets that who have dogs that are only kept outside. They're not allowed in the house. And that's also a different type, a way of raising them. So it really depends.
Yeah. Well, the opposite to that is apartment blocks. The guy lives in a 1-bedroom apartment, and he's got this dog the size of a Shetland pony, and he only takes him outside to go pee and brings him back in again. That's not good for
And
a dog.
that's not correct. No, that's not. See, because dog owners need to understand that it's a serious responsibility owning a pet, and especially if you have a house, if he's a house dog, and you've got to take him out, often, and this and that and the other thing. It's a big responsibility.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't.
There are some people who should not have dogs. Period.
Well, some dogs should not have owners.
I keep trying to talk, and no one's letting me talk. But then it's my fault because I had my microphone.
And we're getting good at.
Yeah, no, somebody put my microphone on mute when I was sitting there going.
Hi, Brianna.
Hi,
Brianna, by the way, is officially Grammarly of Mardox.
The Mardox human Grammarly, yes. Yeah, she did a really good job last night. We went through a bunch of pages. She's a machine. She went through the pages and correct this, correct that, correct that. I'm sitting there going, where? I had to run to keep up with her, and she did a good job. She did a great job.
Really good job.
You cry when I do it, so
That's where the mistakes come from.
No. But John, you missed a lot also that were there. Even though you looked at them, she's found more.
This is why it's important to have many sets of eyes to check things.
No, I thought about it afterwards, Nelson. I think maybe she has an editor. and then she calls the editor's mistakes here.
Yeah, she just brings it up, goes error. No, she did a good job last night for sure.
It's always a good practice to have many sets of eyes to check something, because different people notice different things.
One of the changes I'm doing this weekend to the Mardox website is making it so certain people can go in and change text and change wording, without me having to go, where is it? So I'm hoping by Monday, most people in the world won't see this, but people like you, John, Brianna, will be able to go in and have a little pencil beside each section. You'll be able to click the pencil, and it'll bring up the edited version of that box, and then you can do the correction, press save, and boom, it's done. So I'm hoping to have all that done for Monday. That's why I was saying at the beginning of the show that I'm doing changes to the Mardox page. It says sometimes it might be down, so it might be errors. I don't know. I do a lot of my stuff live, so there.
Landing page.
Well, here, hold on now. Cats, they're not really domesticated. Dogs, yeah. I got a big enough property for my dog, but you can't make him run that much. When it's snowy, I take him to the dog park where he can run and spend time with other dogs. He can be a dog. He can piss on what he wants and poop where he wants.
The dog cafe.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. The indoor one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Merlin has a problem with one of his paws. Very sensitive to cold. I think what happened was at one point he got frostbite in one of his paws, and it's the only thing we can think of. So the choice is we either bring him to a place like the dog park, the indoor dog park, and he can run around in a warmth and not worry about getting wet and slushy and all that, or I gotta train him at his age to put booties on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He wants to shake them off. He doesn't like it. So we spend the money, take him to the dog park, leave him there for a couple hours, and he's happy when he comes home. He's burnt out and he's had fun with his friends.
That's pretty good. That's cool.
And then there's a socializing with other dogs too. He likes doing that. He likes being with other animals.
Yeah. I think that's a cool idea.
I took videos of it. I think I took videos of it. I'll try to take some with smaller dogs. You'll notice that with the bigger dogs, he kind of like interacts as a big dog, like adults would amongst adults. But when there's smaller dogs closer to puppies, he plays with him. He'll lay on his back and you'll see him crawling all over him. He's like, oh, you got me. Yeah, and I think for him, a small dog is a puppy, even though it's a full-grown dog.
Yeah, sure.
For him, the size, you're small, you're delicate. I'm gonna be nice to you, But he's really nice. He's really nice. But then you got these people that live in Germany in apartments and have snakes. John.
Yeah, that's right.
No, but I had a thought though. We should give Merlin a camera and see what Nelson does at the dog park.
Well, I do have.
Yeah.
I bought the.
Yeah.
I bought a harness so you can put a GoPro on, but now I got to get the GoPro. I didn't realize GoPros are like $500. But I have the harness that goes over his shoulders and clips, so you can mount a camera, and it's a view just above his head, and you'll run around and play, and it'll film everything. But it's either that or I got the collar, which you connect the GoPro under the collar and it just hangs as he runs around. But then you get this,
Yeah.
the camera goes everywhere. It doesn't sit still. So the harness is better. It's like a backpack for him,
Okay.
So I'm gonna try that out. But I found out the GoPro, the camera that has to go under is called the GoPro, and they're like $400 or $500. So I'm waiting to find a used one. But you gotta know, you gotta remember, you gotta.
There are other brands that are like the GoPro that are cheaper.
Well, yeah, there are other brands, but they won't fit this clip because this is a GoPro harness for animal, and they've got a specialized clip, so it has to be that camera or it won't work, or unless the other brand made themselves look exactly like GoPro, same shape and dimensions. I doubt that because it'd be in court because of proprietary equipment. That's the only. And the thing is, if you buy a used GoPro, you got to think of where it's been. How many times did it fallen? How many times has it been underwater? Has it been frozen? Because that's what people do with these. They drop them, they freeze them, they put them in water because they want to see what it looks like under a swimming pool. There's one guy I know has wired his GoPro up, physically wired it up to a power source outside the pool, and the GoPro is down in the pool on top of the drain facing upward all winter so that you can see what the bottom of the ice looks like in the pool. So I don't want to buy that when it comes out. It's going to be in water all winter, almost frozen all the time.
Okay, but John, do they have animal safari parks in Germany?
I don't. Not that I know of, but I don't know. I can't say for sure.
Nothing resembling Nelson running around out there.
That's it. My thing with that would be is where would they put it? It's so packed over there.
What?
Cool thing about Germany is they have a lot of wooded areas and stuff. So
they do, yeah. Okay, all the videos I see is city.
No. Cool thing about Germany, right? And you see this when you're driving down the Autobahn, right? Because you'll notice that Germany is arranged in like villages. You'll see groups of houses and stuff. Okay. And then you'll see greenery and everything. And then you see another group of houses and so on.
So kind of like here when I go to Montreal, little clusters of villages all the way down the highway to Montreal for an hour and a half.
Yeah, sure. We have our cities and big cities and this and that and the other thing, but it doesn't take you long, no matter what city you live in. It doesn't take you a half an hour or so to drive someplace where there's forest, woods, and stuff like that. That's a cool thing about Germany.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm going to find out when I get there because we're going to take an entire week looking around.
You'll get a treat here because this area where we live in is the landscape is beautiful.
Cool.
It is really, really beautiful. And even people from other parts of Germany that come to this part of Germany, they comment on the landscape and everything.
I did some research before going over there. I looked into if we're allowed to use drones. I found out that you need a license to use a drone. And
Germans are very picky with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you need a license for that. And if you get caught, you don't just lose the drone. It's expensive too. Yeah, don't get caught with even just holding a drone in England, just having it in your hand. Don't get caught. Oh, okay. It's jail time right away. It's 24 hours jail time. It's banned in some countries. I didn't realize that here in Canada. It's like, yeah, whatever. Okay, go out to the field and play with it. You do have height limitation. I think it's 1,000 feet. I think it's it's 300 meters.
Yeah.
So about 1,000 feet. And the one I got doesn't go anywhere near that. I think mine goes to 100 feet, 150 feet tops. After that, it loses signal. It's like it's not there anymore. I mean, have you seen this RC controller? It's got 8 batteries in it. That's just to talk to it. There's another battery in the drone itself.
I hadn't looked into it as far as drones and stuff are concerned, but I think some of my students have talked about it before.
Yeah. I think what
But
I think what the governments want is they want to know that you've got something that's legal
yeah,
and that you
yeah,
understand that there's designated areas for it.
yeah. Here they're really picky about that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's yeah.
You know,
Uh,
and also like you
Nelson,
what
to answer your question about safaris, there's two here in Quebec.
there's two of them here. There's one towards
Yeah,
Montreal and one towards Quebec, I think.
yeah. Well, Omega and Hemingford.
Okay, cool. Because I remember when I was like 5 years old. I was still living. You and Mom were just divorcing at the time. I was like 5 years old, and I remember going to a safari and coming back. The thing that caught my memory of that was the monkeys climbing on the van while we were in the van. And that was like, what? You know? But I was too young to remember much else. And I remember getting out of the van and wondering if the monkey was still on the van when we got home. You know, so in other words, it held on for the whole trip down the highway. So that's how I remember that we had a safari, but more than that, I don't remember much of it. I was too young. I just didn't care. But a safari, I think, is better for animals. They get the roaming distance, like a cat, lions and such. They like my dad said yesterday, they could have like 10 square kilometers, 10 square miles of distance that they patrol every day and crisscross. In a zoo, they're stuck in a cage. You know, and you can't tell me that instinctually they're not going to want the instinct to go out and run and patrol. You know, that's why they go around in circles for all day long in that one enclosure.
Mhm.
You know, So, but until we can actually read their minds, we got no way of knowing, I guess. You know.
That's right.
You know, elephants are another one. Elephants can walk up to 100 kilometers in a day. That's a huge distance with their group of elephants, their herd, and I think it's a herd for elephants. And and here you got them in an enclosure, and they're just throwing dirt and stuff up on top of them, and that's pretty much it. What were the other topics, Dad?
Gyms, the pro and cons.
Yeah, do any of you guys go to gyms? I gotta go to a gym soon because I'm gonna stop doing the physical work except for the pool stuff. But during the winter, I'm gonna have to go to a gym to stay in shape, and I'm hearing a lot of negativity and stuff that I'm being told about. It's kind of like, do I really want to go to a gym?
If I had the money and the time, well, I could make the time but if I had the money to fit it into my budget and could squeeze it into my already busy schedule, I would, because I think it's a cool idea.
I went to a gym here. It's not the highest class. I went to a lower class one. It's close by, but now I'm not going to go there. Went over to look around and see what it's like, ask some questions. And now I'm not laughing at fat people. I admire this person was doing what he was doing. It's great, but he was on an exercise bike doing his thing. You know, he's got his thing. He's trying to lose weight. That's admirable. But it's when he got off the bike, I thought to myself, I can't sit on that bike. It was drenched. The seat was drenched.
Yeah.
And I was like, I saw that and I went, ew. Now,
go ahead.
Well, my question was, how often do they clean this stuff, or is it just once a day, or do they do this on a regular basis? They must disinfect all
do
this.
it on a regular basis. I think I know here in Germany there's probably some kind of regulation, but even even slimmer folks, some people just like really sweat when they work.
I do. I sweat a lot. Guys, when I used to do pool installation, I always wore a T-shirt. The two other guys would take their T-shirts off. Their sun tanning. I can't do that. I was never comfortable doing that, and so I always have a T-shirt on. And on days where it's plus 30, plus 35 Celsius, and we're working, I will drink 4 liters of water per pool installation. As it's go, right? And at some points, you'll see I'll bend down to put the screws in, and all you see is dripping off my face. I was putting out that much liquid, but I'm a skinny guy. I wasn't that big. I'm not that big. But when you see that at a gym on an exercise bike, you kind of wonder, do I want to use this? That psyche's there.
Take your disinfectant first.
Yeah. No, but one guy said if you don't like that, get early in the morning, because apparently they do clean everything down. Apparently, I would think they do, because otherwise it would stink.
I think they have to.
Yeah, it would stink something fierce if they didn't clean the place, right?
Also,
yeah.
I mean, but there are hygiene laws and stuff in places like that.
Yeah, I would hope. What pros and cons did you see, Dad? Because I know Mom went to a gym.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Because it was free.
because it was free.
No, I'm thinking more with the assistants. I wonder how really prepared those people are to advise you as to what you can or can't do.
Well, ask for a certification. They're supposed to have certificates, training certificates.
Right. You can get a certificate off the internet.
No. They're supposed to have a certificate by going to college to be a licensed trainer. But you're right. A lot of people are not even licensed, and they call themselves a trainer. They're allowed to, but they're not certified. They got to know the ways that people can hurt themselves. They got to know how to get the person not how to use the equipment properly.
Not all of them are certified.
No, that's what I'm saying. Ask to make sure there is certification.
Not all of them need to be certified. To be honest with you.
In the States, they don't have to.
No, we actually had. I mean, one of the most popular gyms in Virginia, for example, when I was living there.
Yeah.
Ran by a bunch of ex-Navy SEALs.
Oh.
They basically focused on people who wanted that military training experience.
Right.
That was their focus, and they made a shit ton of money, man.
Yeah, but none of them went through a certification process to get certified as a trainer?
Oh, they were Navy SEAls.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean they're certified for it. It doesn't mean they're able to understand if someone's going to get hurt doing something or not.
They were Navy SEAls. Who cared? No one cared.
You got to know something about the medical side as well.
Yeah. I mean,
like a chiro would be able
to. Cared.
The what? Josh, what'd you say?
Yeah, so they were Navy SEAls. No one really cared.
Well, okay.
That's what I mean. If you go in there, and like I'm 66 and I want to start, how do I know what he's saying is going to help me or hurt me? The reason I'm saying that, just here down on Galt, Nelson, there was that one outdoors there.
If you're 60-something years old, everything's going to hurt you. There's nothing new on that. I mean,
what did you say, Shani? No, but there was one here, and they were actually outdoors, and they had to close it down. Too many people are getting hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Not even a little 2-inch rubber mat underneath them.
Yeah.
You were on the pavement.
Yeah. That was beside the little strip, the strip mall there on Belvedere, right? It was beside that.
No. Just down here, you know where my mechanic is?
Right. You
turn on Galt. There's a big 90-degree turn there.
Yeah.
Just there to the left.
Oh, okay. Because the one further down, that was just beside. They were doing during the day, right beside the little strip mall. That got stopped because they weren't licensed to use that space. The city said you can't do that until you get a license to do that there. They can do it inside the gym, but this was the people in the gym using the space outside. They're not allowed to do that. There's no coverage for liability there or anything. Be the city.
Yeah.
I broke my leg. Well, where were you? I was in that field. Well, that belongs to the city. The city has to pay for it.
Lauren, what are you doing? It looks as if you want to get smoke Nelson over there.
No. You already broke my heart. Don't hit me. I'm telling Tina.
There is a fly. I was trying to get the fly.
It's not bad. As long as you swat. As long as you don't go.
Nelson, watch your fly. Lauren is on the fly.
Yeah. Lauren, be nice to me. I'm telling Tina. Tina's gonna say.
By the way?
No. I'm single right now. I had to make my own food. I had to get up at my own alarm. I had to let my dog out. I had to feed my dog. I had to let him out again. So I'm single right now.
What about Merlin?
Oh yeah, then there's Merlin. Oh jeez. Yeah, no, Merlin's around here somewhere. Where is Merlin?
I don't want to know the relationship him and Merlin have.
Come again, Josh.
Josh, you gotta look at the screen.
Oh, John is back.
R? Hello, John. How are you, John? Hey, guys, we're asking last night because a couple members were saying it'd be a neat idea. What if we did a show Friday nights just to talk to other members? What would you guys say? I know, John. I know you won't be there, John. It'll be like 2 a.m. your time.
Yeah, but isn't that why we said that, Nelson?
Yeah, so we don't have to be there with John.
You just put a disclaimer up, John. We'll understand.
Well, it was funny because Dad and Brianna got on last night. Brianna found a whole bunch of bugs and stuff in the site. It was just a casual talk. There was no topics as such. We didn't stream.
Well, Joshua came up a lot.
Wait a minute. Friday night is tonight, not last night.
No. But we tried it out last night, and until about 10 o'clock, when my dad got off, Brianna got off. I didn't close the stream, and when I came back, there was 4 other people sitting in on Zoom going, "So what are we talking about?" And I'm like, "Well, what do you want to talk about?" "Well, can we make changes to Mardox?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And that's why I'm doing changes to the site this weekend. But it's like, how about we change this and this and this and this and this?
But back up 10 seconds.
What you're saying is Brianna left the second your dad came in?
No. My dad and Brianna were there. My dad then left later at 10. Brianna left about at 10:30, 11ish. And then I didn't close Zoom. I went to do something. I came back and there was 3 or 4 people sitting on already, like waiting. Like what are we talking about?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so because we do get some people like after supper. I don't know what time to do it at because I don't want it too close to the 3 o'clock show. You know, so it'd be something like what time do you go to bed at, John?
That depends.
Well, I was going to say you look tired.
Can we assume, John, by midnight? Can we assume, John, by midnight your time you're asleep?
No.
One.
Not assuming that. Sometimes
one,
yes,
two,
sometimes
one
no.
or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 or 2.
Two is good. Okay, 2 would be 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. 9. We'll say 9, Dad.
What about my bedtime? But I was saying there, back up 10 seconds or 30 seconds ago, Josh actually listened. He responded.
What? Hey, actually, oh yeah, talks. Hey, only 2 people put their codes in today. Where's all the codes? We're supposed to have.
We did.
Well, I don't know. You guys putting in your codes in the chat? Oh, okay, they're there. Okay, I'm good.
Oh wait, I have to get on to Twitch to find the code, right?
Yeah. Or just do it right in the page, right when you're there at Mardox.
I see that, Josh. I see what you wrote.
I don't see Brianna.
What did you? No, Brianna says she has to do it. Now listen up. What did you?
Only if she wants to.
Joshua, you're funny. You typed the word code.
Oh,
that's what I was just talking about.
Instead of the actual code.
Well, actually, what I would have typed, Josh, and I don't know if this is going to work here.
I have too many tabs open.
There. Look in Twitch chat, guys. There. That should be code.
I have way too many tabs open.
There's code.
Somebody's showing off again.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. He always does that.
Oh, and I made a spelling mistake. There's supposed to be a semicolon after that second quotation mark. Whoops. Guess what? If you run that, it says error. Syntax error. Expected semicolon. Couldn't find it. Oh man, I suck at programming, don't I? Mm-hmm. So okay, we got James here. James wrote yes.
Yeah, I don't see Josh or Brianna.
Is that a yes, James, for the Friday night show? Is that what you're saying? All he wrote was yes, and that's all he wrote. That's all they wrote. Tell us, James. Tell us what you really think. But we're getting more people interested in what we're doing. But no, I was thinking like an 8 o'clock get together on Friday nights, and then go like if it's 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever, we'll live stream it, but it won't be sent over to YouTube. It'll stay just on Twitch. And I don't know. Let's call it like I suggested the program name. Let's call it Town Hall. You know. Where everybody's can come in and yak and say what they think, or it doesn't have to be about Mardox. It's just a chat,
Town Hall sounds like a politician group. Oh God.
Well, yeah, but we thought you'd love that.
No.
Okay, so we'll
talk about Wisconsin zooming in on Josh.
Every time you say Wisconsin, I keep thinking of that one chick. God, I can't get that out of my head now. That's just nasty. Next topic, Dad. Next topic was what? We had gyms. We had zoos.
Excuse me, I just saw something good. If you ever want to try something new to cook, do macaroni and cheese egg rolls.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Kraft Dinner egg rolls.
Yeah, mac and cheese egg rolls.
Only one problem: I cannot eat mac and cheese, and for one reason. When I was in grade 1, every single lunch hour, the babysitter served mac and cheese, and bro. Actually, I don't think I liked mac and cheese even before the babysitter. Because I know when Uncle Mike made mac and cheese, I hated it. I did not like it.
I don't like macaroni and cheese.
I don't mind macaroni. Like today, I made macaroni. I put sauce and I put some grated cheese. I'll eat that. But the actual KD, it's something in that powder that becomes the flavor. I can't stand that.
That's the reason you're using the powder. You got to get that one that comes with that freaking cream stuff. The cream cheese. You got to get out of there.
Well, no, but I make my own. I'll cook pasta and put on sauce and put on cheese. That I'll eat, no problem. My dad doesn't like melted cheese.
If you make your own is better. If you make your own is better.
Yeah. And I did the math because a jar of sauce will last me 3 meals. A bag of pasta, because I eat like 2 full bowls worth of this, and some cheese. It probably comes up cheaper than buying 3 boxes of KD. You know, long term. You know, if I just need to make 1 portion, KD is gonna be a lot cheaper. But I mean, over time, it's buying it yourself and making it yourself a lot cheaper. I think it's healthier too. Because who knows what's in that stuff?
Nelson, you have to remember when you were going to school, they were giving those boxes away.
Yeah, I know. They
you get 4 for $1. So what I used to do is buy a whole bunch of them for the noodles and throw away that cheese envelope. We make macaroni or whatever.
Yeah, that's it.
I think we're almost giving them away.
I put some of the little dried pastas on, down for the dog. Put 2, 3 of them down. He licked them. He dropped them. He looked at him and looked at me like, "What are you doing? Give me plastic." It's sort of, he didn't want to eat. But if I put a noodle, like a dry noodle of macaroni on the floor, he eats it. He crunches it and eats it. You know. So what is wrong with the stuff from KD?
Easy. You shouldn't be eating it.
Yeah, you shouldn't be because the dog.
But also, some people cook it with milk.
Oh, that.
I have had more than one dog that likes eating dry noodles.
Yeah, but the KD or the dry noodles from bags.
From bags.
Yeah, they're like macaroni, right? Real macaroni. But Kraft, the KD stuff, the stuff in the box, my dog won't eat that. It's like he's trying to eat plastic. He just drops it on the ground. That tells me there's something wrong with that.
Ours is called Kraft and not KD.
Well, it's Kraft Dinner, KD.
Yeah, but now that's when we fed it to you because the dog didn't want to eat it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So that's another reason why I don't want to touch the stuff. Ugh.
I was going to ask you what KD meant.
Kraft Dinner.
Yeah, but not everybody calls it that.
Oh no, I'm Canadian. No, you're not going to tell me that the word KD is only Canadian. You guys didn't know that?
I didn't say that. But not everyone calls it that. Probably not everyone in Canada calls it that.
Okay.
I've been around for years.
Hold on. Okay. Keep talking for a second. I got to go find something here. Hold on.
Hey, but it's possible.
You guys think you guys think that you guys think.
Where do I get the code? Where do I get today's code?
Well, it's the same code. It's the same code every time. Go into Mardox, and then click on Daily Live Chat.
On Daily Live Chat.
Yeah, and it should be there. Let me get let me get the what I'm looking for here.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one there. Yeah.
Oh.
Hold on a second. Open image. Open image in new tab. Then fine, do it that way. There. Okay. I'm gonna put this up on the screen, and John, you tell me if this fits when it comes up on the stream. Keep talking. Do you see it now, John?
I'm so slow when I do this.
John,
No, I didn't see it yet.
You don't see it yet? I see it on my laptop. You don't see it on yours?
Yeah, but it's not centered now.
Triggered.
Yeah, don't get me triggered. Do you see it, Johnny? Did you see that, Johnny? Or did you miss it?
Waiting.
Still waiting. Is it playing?
I put it on the Twitch chat.
I'm gonna put this up on the screen.
Yeah, the chat on the chat side, but yeah, mute the stream.
Keep talking.
Otherwise,
There.
yeah, there you go. Okay, cool.
And why are you bringing that up?
Yeah. No, because John knows what it means. Did you see it, John?
No, I only see know the rules and all of that stuff. You
No, but the video is playing on Twitch on your side.
No video is playing at all.
Oh, press F5 on your keyboard. Reloaded. Your stream died. It must have
No,
died.
I'll reload.
Anyways, I had a picture of triggered on the screen.
Ah.
There you go. There you go. Okay. There it is. There it is. Yeah. I muted you, Brianna, because you had the video playing off the site, so it was feeding back in, so I just muted it. But no problem.
I noticed that.
No problem. No problem. Don't get upset with me.
Go ahead.
I was like, oh, I got to mute that sound. That's what that is.
Yep. Yeah. There you go. Hey, John, what's going on with a certain somebody in your life? Do you want to talk about that or leave that private?
No, it's okay. Well, she doesn't like me talking about it much, but
You don't have to.
nah, okay, but she's still in the hospital. My wife's in the hospital, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she hates hospitals. She could be doing better. They're trying to get her healthy, and it's kind of a wait and see thing right now.
Right.
And yeah.
But is she expected to be out soon, or is it going to be long term? Or
well, she'll be in there over the weekend, at the very least, and we'll see what they have to say on Monday.
Okay.
So wait a minute, you're here and not there?
No, I had the visiting hours are over a couple hours ago.
Yeah, remember he's 6 hours ahead of us, Josh. You only have to put it in once, John.
Yeah, I thought I wasn't sure I put in the right one.
John's gonna be like, pace. It's not a contest. It's just to show that you attended the show.
No, I wasn't sure I put in the right one last time.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Well, how many code you have?
No, because I put my code, my referral code in there.
Yeah. I got people on the YouTube site messaging me. Well, I put my code in, but it doesn't register. You have to do it on Twitch, not on YouTube. And they're saying, well, that's not fair. I don't get to be part of the live chat. Well, that's the whole point. Is to be attend the live chat. And it's not watch it 16 hours later. Or this person watched it 2 days later and then complained about not being able to put the code in.
How many people are watching today?
Right now we got 7 live. I don't know about the syndicated part. I'll know the syndication after, because it gets complicated with who's where and all that. We got no new followers. We need new followers. Follow people. we got to get to 50. We got to get to 50. But we're getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely.
Well,
I told my sister
we got one from Wisconsin that covered that state. In the middle of nowhere.
Say that again.
We got one from Wisconsin that covers that state.
One from Wisconsin. I'm not sure. Is Josh following us? I can't tell. He doesn't put his code in.
I think I clicked follow. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Click follow. Yeah. Okay. Some time ago. Yeah. You don't go back into Twitch at all, huh? Not for gaming or anything. I'll bet you created an account just for this.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. I did it.
You did or didn't?
I did.
You did. Oh, okay.
I joined Twitch just because of this.
Oh well, I feel honored.
Yes. I think I heard about it once before because one of my students, he's a gamer.
Right.
Well, one of my previous students, he's a gamer, and he mentioned it one time. Hey, what's up, James? How you doing?
Don't scare him away.
Hello, James.
Soft voices.
Welcome.
How you doing, James?
I didn't want to miss Johnny's Animal Planet today.
Get the snake out, John. The bagel? Remember the bagel, Johnny?
Yeah, the bagel.
Get the bagel, Johnny. That was hilarious. Is it a bagel? And it was more than one that did it. Oh, jeez. James, you don't see you on here very often, but you got this thing about writing whole paragraphs of stuff.
Yeah, I finally got it figured out.
Oh, okay. You understand now. There's one side Zoom and one side is Twitch, right?
Yeah, but at first I didn't realize you couldn't change that. and I was trying to change it so any newbies we have coming on to the Twitch, we'd be able to explain it to them.
Yeah, and well, what's going to happen by next week is only certain people are going to be allowed to get on the Zoom side. That's why I'm not advertising the link too much in the chat room. So going next week, it's only going to be certain people that are going to be allowed in. I had a nighttime episode where I was on, and I posted a link. I said, "Hey guys, we want to chat?" And I got a couple people in here that were just bad mouthing everybody, and it's like, okay, I don't want that, you know. So we're going to make the link available to our members, but we're going to control who actually gets in here, because if somebody shows up and does a striptease on camera while it's being broadcasted to Twitch, we lose our Twitch account.
Hey! Every now and then, you know, just feel like taking it off.
But but Josh, you're not a striptease. You're an anti-striptease.
Yeah, it's true. People pay me to put my clothes back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and James, we're thinking about letting Nelson on. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I may not be accepted in this group here, so I might just be the control room behind the scenes, and that's it.
I think
if I strip, no one would know because I'm never on camera.
I think the Friday night Mardox Institute would be good.
Say that again.
Mardox Institute.
The Mardox Institute. You have to get on.
Hey, wait a minute. For the Mardox Institute, for those that are mental.
Yeah. You got to show. You got to show the paperwork to get on. I got slammed the other day. By the way, 2-3 shows back. If you go back and listen to 2-3 shows back, it's playing the music. It's showing the getting started soon screen. And all you hear in the back as a voice is me going, "Hey, Mike, when you get old, does it turn gray or does it just fall out?" You know, and I said it a little bit more detailed than that. And I thought the microphone was not recording on OBS. And I went back and listened to the show. I'm sitting in bed and I'm going, "Oh my God, it's only me. It's only me on my end saying this." I got slammed by commenters, people going, "You're a dirty bastard." Oh man, yeah. So be careful, people. Always assume the microphone is on.
Exactly.
We did a show a couple years back in 2015. I had a microphone set up something like this one, and I had the mic from the camera. The mic I had, it was set to being muted, but I had said something like, "Oh man, look at these fucking idiots, you know, they don't even know how to log into a site." And I said that, but what picked up wasn't the microphone on my desk, but the webcam microphone. So when you got OBS open, assume everything's recording.
No, I have a rule of thumb, right? Because like we're shopping here, right?
Yeah.
In the supermarket or something. And sometimes if my wife has like a not so nice comment or a little gossip type thingy to say about somebody, she'll say it in English, right?
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, you know, first of all, more people here speak English than you realize. And I have a rule of thumb. I don't say anything that I wouldn't want. I don't say anything out loud that I wouldn't want anybody else to hear anyway.
Yeah. There was one summer season I was doing pool install. We had a new guy on, and he tried to speak English to me. So you Nelson, and you working in the pools with us? And he tried hard, but I didn't. I said yeah, okay. So I continued getting the truck ready, and Stefan showed up, and Stefan caught on real quick. It goes, "Oh yeah, we working now, English. Let's go, huh?" You know. So the new guy thought that I was just English. So in the truck, they're speaking French. So at one point, the new guy goes, "So he doesn't speak any French." And Stefan goes, "Oh yeah, he speaks French just fine." And he looks at me and goes, "You speak French?" "Ben oui, je parle français, pas de trouble." It's like, don't assume.
Exactly.
You should have sit there and waited for him to say something bad about you. Then
but I should have gone like, yeah. I should have done that. Some stupid.
You know what you should have done? You should have sat there and said, "Parlez-vous français? Non, parlez anglais." They would have been like, "Oh."
Yeah, no, it would have been "Parlez-vous français?" It would have been no hablo español. It's
You
like
know, when
I told John, when we go to Germany, I'm going to walk up to people. Hey, buenos dias. ¿Qué pasa? That's not going to be nice.
When people over here that I interact with, like I could speak with for whatever reason, when they speak with me for the first time, before I open my mouth, they assume that either I don't speak any much German at all, or I speak like, real elementary, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they'll start the conversation for whatever reason it is, and I'll just talk like normal, and I speak the local dialect, and for a Black American guy to speak the local dialect here is unique.
Yeah.
And people are always surprised. They're pleasantly surprised. They're like, whoa.
Oh well. I gotta admit, John, when you told me you lived in Germany, I went, oh my God, he's living in hell. Because here, all we hear about from Germany a lot of times is the neo-Nazi groups and stuff. And
that's the thing. That's the thing, and I talk about this in class a lot. Americans, right? And I guess Canadians fall into this category a bit.
we've been Americanized.
Yeah. Don't know a whole lot about Germany.
No.
All I knew about Germany before I came over here was beer, sauerkraut, lederhosen, Oktoberfest.
And one more. But anyways.
Yeah.
Which
Real nasty, real nasty white guy with a little mustache.
Yeah, that'd be obvious, because we learned that in school, right?
Yeah.
And that's about all we learn in school.
Yeah.
And now
Depends on what school you go to and what degree you're doing.
Huh?
In business school, they teach a lot of times about Germany and how their manufacturing process is very more advanced than ours is.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
The quality is much better than ours and stuff. So they're in business school. They actually praise the business.
Yeah, and the schooling and all of that stuff over here is really really good.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, like the picture that Americans see about Germany is actually like with the lederhosen and this stuff. That's actually from one part of Germany called Bayern.
Yeah. Right.
Not everybody in Germany walks around in lederhosen and
what?
I don't want to see you.
Nelson, you got to return it before you get there.
I know. And I bought the black leather ones too. With the whips and chains that came with it. It was a neat package, and I got to return everything. Damn.
Yeah.
And the ladies don't all walk around in that nice dressy type thing. They call it a dundle.
Yeah, but who cares about that? It's a lederhosen.
And no, I was pleasantly surprised when I
got to return the dress too, Nelson.
I got my orders right when I was in the Army. I got my orders that I was going to Germany, and I'm like, okay, Germany.
What am I doing with my life?
Yeah, but I fell in love with the country when I came over here, and and we were talking about this in class the other day because somebody mentioned something about because they went skiing, right?
Right.
They went skiing, and there were some Israelis there, wherever it was that they were skiing.
Right.
And the Israelis were bad mouthing the Germans, and they even drew a swastika in the snow.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah. Uncalled for. And you see the thing about it.
Well, it's kind of funny because them drawing the swastika in the snow is actually kind of stupid, based on what they were doing, because the symbol of a swastika goes back to almost 4,000 years before Christ.
Sure, but people don't think about all of that.
Yeah, I know, but it's actually a symbol of peace and unity.
Yeah.
And
what folks think about when they do it.
And then it's just been wiped out.
Yeah, I know, but because Hitler used it, it is wiped out. It's been.
Yeah, but let John finish. That's interesting.
Yeah, go ahead.
At any rate, what we discussed in class was like Germany. What was that?
Yeah, someone's got TV playing in the background. Who is that one?
There we go. Okay. No, someone was listening to the live feed. Okay. Anyway, the thing about it, see, Germany after the war, right? Germany moved on. America and whoever else helped them rebuild and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Germany moved on, but everybody else around them here in Europe, they didn't.
Yeah,
see.
they stayed stuck.
They will bring this. They will bring this stuff back. Germans moved on, and Hitler stuff and swastika stuff and all that. That's illegal over here.
That's
you
right.
Get arrested.
Right. Well, because what it incites. But if you look at France, you go to France, you go to England. There's the structures for the turret guns and the fallout shelters. They're still intact, and they're now showing people World War II, and in some cases World War I trenches. That were being maintained. It's like the French and the English are really holding on to the past, saying, look what happened here. And like you say, Germany, the guys moved on. If you find a bunker, well, it's overgrown with trees by now. You know?
And the only things that are kept intact are for educational purposes.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you can go visit particular concentration camps. Because my wife, their school, went to see one, and it's for them to learn and to see what, those folks went through and everything. But it's purely for educational purposes.
That's right. That's right. But you guys aren't holding on to it to say, look what happened in the 1940s. We're almost 100 years later here, or we're 70 years later, and it's like we're still 80 years. They're still pushing it in some countries. In North America, Canada, we were barely there. and it's a big thing every year here. World War II. It's good to learn from your past. And it's good to know your past and your history so you don't repeat it. But there's, oh my God, we dwell too much on it,
They need to teach more.
Although, did you see what happened this Olympics?
Oh, what happened in the Olympics?
Germany and Canada tied.
Tied what? Tied what? The knot?
No, the bobsled.
Oh, tied a bobsled.
Really?
Yeah, you don't know that?
Yeah, they both got the gold medal, right?
Yeah, they both got a gold medal. They both tied for first place.
It would have been embarrassing if Canada.
Exact same times.
It would have been embarrassing if Canada and Jamaica tied. Okay, with bobsled.
No, I only watch the
results. They even have snow in Germany. No, just kidding.
Oh, they do. They do have snow in Germany.
I'm messing with you.
Yeah, it's.
I only watch the results on the news. I'm not really an Olympics person, so.
Yeah, they actually did tie with Canada.
Wow.
Did you guys hear about this one chick in skiing that got into the skiing event, but only because she wanted to be in the Olympics, but she was not capable of even competing? She came 24th.
She got in because technicality.
Yeah, I know, but it was her dream to be in the Olympics. I mean, other people really worked to be in the Olympics, and she did nothing.
Yeah,
but you can't get in unless you qualify at the world level.
No. She got in on technicalities. The country that she went back to, what country was it? Denmark or something like that, or one of those?
Not sure.
It's one of those other countries. But she got in, Netherlands or something. She got in. She wasn't qualified, but then there was injuries and people that couldn't show up, and some people backed out. She then moved up the chain, and then there was also the fact that men and women must be equal, so they had to put a female there, and she was next on the list.
She actually got a video.
Yeah.
So she did qualify as a backup, and then she made it there. So that's.
No, she didn't have to qualify. It was just a technicality. They let her through.
Yeah, and then because of her.
If you watch the video, she's never done this before.
Oh no! She
still placed 24th in the world, so she didn't do so bad.
She was
the 24th one in the world.
She went down the slope, went up, and landed. Okay, the one that's before her went down the slope, slipped, tripped, got up. Finished the thing, did a flip in the air, and landed. She was still ahead. She was number 23, even though she screwed up. But because she did a flip in air and landed it, she was ahead of the one that did nothing. The judges did not like that at all. No, but I agree with the outrage that's going on right now. People work their entire lives to get there. I
know. I've been there.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Yeah. And imagine, Josh, somebody going there on a technicality and getting in even 24th. I mean, just to get the
I lost mine to a technicality because I got in a car wreck and blew out my knee before the trials.
Right. Yeah, but
people I beat made the trials. I mean, they made the team. So.
Yeah, but you worked hard to get to where you wanted to go. Whereas this person came along and just went, "Oh, I'm in the Olympics," did nothing. You'd be pissed, wouldn't you? You know?
I mean, it
Well-
takes a lot to get there, any level near that. I mean, even if you're going to be in a backup, it's going to take you a long time to get there. So I don't think that they're just throwing this person out there.
Well, that country, I gotta go look it up now and find out. I don't know which country it is. Dad, look up what country it is. But that country is revising their process of deciding who goes and who doesn't. What do you call that? The candidate list and all that. They're looking over it. The nomination list.
The Olympic Committee.
No, not Olympic Committee, but the one for that country. That country specifically, they got to revise their whole thing there because right
You're
now.
talking about South Korea.
No. The one where that girl came from, that was for the country she represented.
Oh, it's not the country. It's the Olympic Committee. They let her in.
No. The country let her in. The country's the one that said we have no other choice but to let you in, because there really was no other choice to let her in. That's the thing. That was the big outrage. Hey, John, we're at exactly at 1 hour exactly.
Wow.
But before you start, I'm gonna say something. Are we gonna do a show later on tonight, guys? 8-ish? James, do you want to be on a show tonight? Gotta unmute James.
Oh, James.
You have to unmute James. Yep.
Yeah, I'd like to be on the show. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So 8 o'clock tonight, Eastern time. Okay. So what time are you in?
Okay.
What time zone are you in?
I'm on Eastern.
Okay, so 8 o'clock Eastern. Dad, you too? You're good for that?
We have to make sure we bring our certificate.
Yeah. I have my I have my authentic papers. Do you?
Yep.
I've got my cup.
Watch, John's gonna show up. John's gonna do it at 2 a.m. Going. He's gonna be like, got my cup. Oh, what are you talking about? Oh.
I'm in the United States. If I even confirm anything about mental health, they start freaking out around here.
Oh shit. Okay,
Then
so
they think you're gonna shoot up places. That's how it is out here. They're nuts out here, man.
yeah, well, we know you're nuts out there. I think there's more cows and chickens than there are humans out there.
If I happen to be up for whatever reason,
It's like I told my wife. I said
Everybody-
every time somebody shoots up some school, they sit there and look at everybody's mental issues, and it's like, would they, they don't think about the fact that 100 other people have the same issue. But they ain't shooting up nothing. They ain't got no problems. They're not going to do anything to anybody.
That's it.
some people would say,
The problem is not that the mental issue is causing this issue. It's that one person's a nut job. That's all.
yeah,
That's right.
some people were saying
Stop
it's
associating-
stigmatizing.
Hold on. Let John speak. What, John?
Some people were saying on the news that that's stigmatizing people with mental illness. You know?
Yeah.
It is because I'm autistic. I have ADHD.
Yeah.
And they're trying to say that everybody with autism, is capable of doing this stuff. And most of us aren't.
That's right.
These are going to be very peaceful people. We're not going to harm anybody.
I don't know anybody who's autistic who's violent to that point. I know there's some that have issues.
Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of autistic people that can explode when they,
Yeah, but there's a cause to it. But they're not going to pick up a gun and go shoot up a school.
It could possibly happen. But the problem is the majority of them aren't. And the problem is they're associating those couple people that did with everybody else saying, oh, well, they're all nuts. No, they're not. It's just that
I do work with some people who are autistic and autistic, but it is frustrating in some cases to communicate with some of these people. But they do really good work. They do great programming, but you got to get across, and it's got to be the way they want it. There's a lot of touchy, not physical touchy, but very delicate communication that has to go on with two of them that I know. Brianna, go ahead.
I have Asperger's.
Yeah, but same thing. I'm not diagnosed, but I think I have autism to a certain point, or Asperger's based on what I've been reading. But when I'm working with you,
I guarantee you're not Asperger's.
I don't know because all
if you might want to look at PDD-NOS.
Well, hold on, Josh.
The version I have.
But Josh, hold on a second. The difference is I went through 3 years of training. Before those 3 years, was very antisocial, and everything that they say applies to people with Asperger's, such as unable to read people's emotions on their faces, the fact that things have to be done a certain way in a certain routine, or it agitates me. Symptoms like that. That's what I'm looking at.
Well, I have those same symptoms, but I'm still diagnosed with PDD-NOS, not Asperger's.
I'll have to take a look at it. But what I'm trying to get at is, when I'm working with Brianna, I got to be very careful. Like when I'm working with Brianna, she works very well, but I got to be careful not to upset her, because I know I could trigger her, and that's not what I want to do. And if ever I do, Brianna, upset you, let me know. Okay, it's not my goal to piss you off.
Just let me know. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, there you go. And
here's what you want to look up there. I just put it in.
Hey, big smile from Lauren.
yeah, there you go.
The one that broke your heart.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it later, Josh. Okay, so John, don't you have to wrap up the show, because now we're at an hour and 4 minutes. You're late, man.
Yeah. You just can't trust some folks to be on time.
Yeah, especially from Germany. They're like way behind. They think they're ahead, but they're way behind.
At any rate, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to the Mardox Daily Live Chat, which comes to you every weekday, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, if you are following us, watching us, checking us out on YouTube, please remember to do 3 very important things. Subscribe, like, and comment on the video, please. And if you are watching us on Twitter, Twitch. I tried very hard not to say Twitter.
I did it earlier when I wrote the URL in Skype. I had to go back and correct it. I went twitter.com/Mardox1.
If you are watching us on Twitch, then please.
I'm not watching it on Twitch. I'm watching it on Twitter.
Please do one very important thing and follow.
Whose audio is playing?
Live stream running in the background. There we go.
Okay, go ahead, John.
If you are following us on Twitch, please be sure to do one very important thing and follow us. Thank you very much for tuning in. Come see us again.
Yeah, no problems. Now, where's the button? Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
There you go.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, okay, where's the button?